Welcome to Narrowboat Precious Jet. My name is Steve Tyrrell and we are currently at Swan Lane Wharf in Swan Lane, Coventry on the Coventry Canal. So this week, much more the same as the last couple of weeks really, in that we need to get the electric sorted. I think this week's video is going to be more 240 volts. Need to get a couple of boxes sorted, a couple of junction boxes in, just where I can distribute that. So can't talk. Just where I can distribute the power around the boat. Everything else is fairly safe. I need to wire up a couple of sockets and stuff, but apart from that, it's almost there. The wiring is almost done. So once the wiring is done, I can go around and check the rest of the boat, make sure everything's hunky-dory, and then we can have a good clear out and start moving more stuff aboard. I'd like to go cruising in the next couple of weeks. I'd like to get out on the cut. Still doing DIY work, but I'd like to get out on the cut and do some cruising work. So let's get on with the video. I've been and bought some stuff, so let me quickly show you what I've bought, and then we'll get on with some work. Okay. Right, box of goodies. So we've got a couple of junction boxes, just to hide the connections in. In the front of one of these boxes, I'm going to have a little 12-volt switch, or a connection of the 204. Sorry, the connection of the 12-volt. Whether I have a switch on or not, because I've already got a switch. But I've just used it to. I tell you what, rather than try and explain it to you now, I'll show you later in the video. You'll understand easier that way. So I've got a couple of those, one's for 12 volt and one's for 240 volt, and then I've got a couple of socket bits to go. I bought a couple with the USB ports in, and I've bought a couple without. Because in the engine room it'd be nice to have it USB, and here in the kitchen where that plug's going to be over there, it'd be nice to have a USB. But if it's going to be hidden under the back there somewhere, under the tug deck or something like that, or you know, somewhere else around the boat, then it's probably not worth having a USB plug. So, and then as I say, I bought a couple of backs and a couple of fascias. So I bought 2 backs altogether and 4 fascias, 2 with USB and 2 without USB. I'll just turn my music off. Oh dear, hang on. Okay, right, fiddling about with the earth cable for the boat, which is this one here, look. Oh, nearly fell over. That's this cable here. So it earths out the hull for your 240 volt. And it was here, look, you see the hole there? It was there. And it wasn't screwed in. It was just hammered into a hole drilled in the cofferdam. So I've taken it out now and I've moved it over this side, and I've drilled through the cofferdam. It's not a massive issue because it's higher than the prop shaft hole. So I've drilled through the cofferdam and I've put the earth cable through and bolted it now through, nice and tightly secured. So now I'm going to run this cable up round, and that will come into the RCD box up here. That'll be neatly out of the way. So that's the job now. Connected the wires, look in there, look, they're all connected with Wago plugs, and that's screwed in. That's fairly neat. I've put a bit of tracking on the wall, not tracking, oh, cable tray, yeah. And then I'm going to run some cable tray up the side here as well. So I'll just turn that, you'll see if I run some cable tray up here to the fuse box, and that'll just carry the 12 volt supply up from the bilge. But it's looking a bit neater down there now. These wires here across there, look, you won't see them because they'll be hidden behind, there'll be a board across the back wall here or something. I've not made up my mind up what yet. I'd like to get some oak and do oak tongue and groove, kind of like floorboard if you like, but whether I do or not I don't know. So that's where I am at the moment. I still need to get some conduit or something, or some cable tidy to go around that, just to make it look a little bit neater. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I will do something with it. And so the boat's looking a bit of an electrical mess, there's wires everywhere, but once I've finished this, that's the plugs almost finished now. We're just tidying up and finishing off, so yeah, let's crack on and see how far we get. Alright, lovely, lovely, simply lovely, as Boatman Benji would say. Well, that looks a bit tidier than it did. Got the two boxes in now. Got the 240 volt box in and the one above the 12 volt box. All the wires are now wired in on the RCD unit. I've got power in, which is what the plug is there, that one there, and then I've got the two other wires that come out to sockets and stuff. One goes to the immersion, one goes to the sockets. The one that comes down for the sockets comes down and goes into the 240 volt box, and then is split off around the rest of the boat. So all the cables down here are now nicely tied up and tucked away. I'm not too worried about them being there at the moment because they're going to be hidden behind a board. I may well fit them in a tray, I'm not too sure yet. And I also still need to get some cable tidy to go around that to make it look better. I may well try and glue a bit of tray into the cofferdam maybe. I don't know, not had a thought about that yet. And then the earth wire now is screwed or bolted to the base plate, cofferdam base plate. That's proper in now, that's nice and tight, there's no movement there at all. When it was on the other side of the engine, it was only hammered into a hole. Now it is actually bolted into a hole and it is proper fixed, so that's all good. So that's today's job's done. Sorry I haven't shown you much really, but it's been because it's a tight situation working in the engine room, you can't really see much. And it wouldn't be no fun if you're just watching me at the back of my head and, you know, my arse moving around the engine room. So that's that done. So everything's looking a bit neater. Yeah, it's all getting there slowly. Okay, right, that's me done for the day. I think I will see you tomorrow. Right, so you've just seen me wire up this plug in the boatman's cabin, and you've probably noticed I've left a long bit of loose cable, and there's a reason behind that, and that's because when I do eventually fit a boatman's cabin, I do want a power source in here somewhere, and I want it hidden inside the cupboard. Now whether I have it inside the bed compartment or the storage cupboard at the top, I haven't made my mind up yet. So to give me flexibility, I've left excess cable. So I've wired it up so that the power's safe and I can put power onto it, but I've left excess cable so I can hide this socket wherever I want to put it. So that's the reason. Okay, and you saw me do that one in the kitchen a minute ago as well. in the galley. So that's wired up there now. They're the ones with the USB plugs in. This yellow cable, you can get a bit of white box conduit, and I think I'll just hide the yellow cable inside some box conduit when I eventually get some, when I find some. Okay, lovely. Right, socket's down that end first, but I need to clear space so I can get to it, so that may take me a while. And also, oh excuse me, and also I need to clear up the floor in the back of the boat, because when I wired all that up yesterday, all the cut off bits of cable tie and cable I just threw on the floor for now, because I need to put them in the bucket. So that's what I'm going to do now. Jolly good. Okay, there you go. That's the 240 volt finished. So you've got the wire coming down from the roof and the wire from the socket, and you've also got a wire coming in from this side, which is the socket under the tug deck, which is, you can just see it just there, look. So that's all three wired in together now in a little hobby box. So that's the 240 volt finished. That's all sorted, nice and neat. Let's walk through the boat. So we need to plug that in. Okay, that's on. Leave it off for a second. Need to switch that on and that on. Leave the water heater off. The water heater's not wired up as yet, so that wire's sorted. Loose wire there for that socket, that's sorted. So we should be ready to power up. So that should be all the sockets on the boat live now. Well, it ain't gone bang yet, and it ain't tripped out either. Right, let's see what we get. So let me just, can't plug that one in there because it's too low for this socket. Okay, let's just plug that in. Nothing. Oh dear. Right, let's try something else. Hang on, let's try something else somewhere else. So wait, just let me double check. Ah, you know why? I haven't turned that on, look. Okay, let's try again. Let's see, in fact we can come down here, look, I've got my angle grinder down here. Oh, now that tripped out. So why would that trip out as soon as I turn it on? Is it too much power for the... Did it trip here? It did. So why would that trip just for the angle grinder? Surely that shouldn't trip for the angle grinder. Let's try again. Tripped out again. Oh. Now is the angle grinder too powerful for that box, maybe? Okay, let's try plug it in somewhere else. Because I can run it straight off the inverter, that's not an issue. I've done that before. I've been doing that for the last week. No, that's tripped out again. Oh dear. I mean, it may be a fault with this. It may be a fault with the box, I don't know. Try something else. It could be a fault with my wiring, you never know. That's powered up, look, that's running. So let's get, it might be that the angle grinder is just too powerful for that little trip circuit. I might need to get a bigger trip maybe. It might not be suitable for that sort of power. Get my battery charger out. Yeah, see, that's charging. That's charging. It may well be that the angle grinder is just taking too much power at once, and it might just be tripping it out. that way, like, you know, because it works in the inverter. If I plug it straight into the inverter, it works, but it might just be too much power at once. Don't know what sort of power that is. It doesn't trip when you press it, which is strange. I thought it would. No. Oh well. Okay, electrics are working anyway. The next thing I can try is me. The thing is, if that don't work for the angle grinder, how's it going to work my wash machine? But like I said, it may well be just be a trip, a low powered trip might not be suitable. Right, try the vacuum cleaner, I think. Okay, back at the boat, Thursday the 18th of May. Bit of an issue. So when I charge, or when I plug in the charger for my phone, or the drill battery charger or something like that, the electrics are fine. When I switch on something like this, a bit more powered, like my angle grinder or the vacuum cleaner, the circuit's tripping out. So, and I'm not sure why. It'll only be something simple, because if it was something that was drastic, it'd trip straight away. So it's only going to be something simple. Now, you electricians out there are probably going, Steve, it's this. It's obviously this. And yeah, you're probably right, it is something simple, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to have a quick look around the system, what I've fitted so far, make sure I've not done something blatantly silly or stupid. And then after that, we'll start troubleshooting a bit deeper. But at the moment, I don't know what it is. But like I said, I'm sure you guys will know straight away why the reason of that is. So let's have a quick check and see what we get. And then after I've done that, if I can fix it, fine. If I can't fix it, then I'll have to wait till I can get someone to have a better look at it, or chat to somebody who knows more about it. And then once I've done that today, I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up and have a clear round. Waiting for some more bits for the boat, so I have on order a fuse box, a small fuse box to run on the side where I've fitted all the batteries around that side in the engine room. I'm going to have a small fuse box there to run the bilge pumps, so that even if the house bank, not the house bank, but even if the electric boats are turned off, this fuse box will still be live, so that if I turn everything off and walk away from the boat for a couple of weeks, the bilge pumps will still be live, but they'll still be fused. That's the plan. Then what I've also got is the electric plug, the shore power plug I fitted to the back of the boat. Yeah, I fitted the wrong plug. Some of you guys noticed that and said straight away, surely you've got the wrong version, you've got the male when you should have the female, or the opposite way around. I can't remember exactly what now. So I've ordered a new plug, the same one you'd fit to a caravan, or that sort of style anyway. I think I got one with a bit of a cover on the front, so you can lift the cover and it's flush fit into the side of the boat. It should look quite nice. And then what else I've got is two 12-volt LED lights, and they're the ones to fit up here with these electrics on top of. When I fit the wooden trim back, they'll screw to the trim, the wires will come through, and that'll. So I've got two of those coming, although I think I need a total of 9 around the boat. I've only bought 2 so far, just to see if I like them, and if I like them, then I'll get some more, either the same or slightly different for different areas of the boat. So I might have all the ones in here, I might have the same, and then in the back cabin I might have the same light but a slightly different style, if that makes sense. Okay, let's have a quick investigation around the boat and see what we find, and then after that it's just a case of tidying up and making the boat look pretty. Okay, alright, catch you in a bit. Okay, I've figured out what I've done wrong, and my friend Pete said it'll only be something simple, and he's right, it was something simple, and the simple thing turned out to be me. I'm the simple one. So I'd use this link wire here to link between the RCD and the neutral buzz bar at the top, rather than bringing the power in from the inverter straight into here, or not the power but the neutral. So I've done it now, the neutral's there. All I've done is I've put the neutral through here with the link bar rather than going in direct. So now it's in direct, everything's working fine, and as it turns out it was something simple, and the simpleton is me. Oh well, sorted, fixed, safe, that's all that matters. Okay, job done. I have got a load of parts, and I was going to show you, and I was going to fit a couple of them today as well. However, I've left them at home. So instead, I've been having a bit of a tidy up, as you can see. So yeah, all the stuff down the end there has been shifted, all the excess wood's out as well. So yeah, just keep going around, tidying up, sorting things out. It's looking better, it's feeling better and looking better. Things always feel better when they're tidy, don't they? So okay, right, come back to you in a minute. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you a great deal today because like I said, I've left all the parts at home, so it's a case of just tidying up and getting the boat ready. And then what we'll do is the parts I've bought, which are a couple of lights, a fuse board, and the power socket for the back of the boat, the shore power socket. So what I'll do is next week I'll make a video on looking at those and testing those and fitting them and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there slowly, and it's looking a lot tidier. So yeah, right, crack on, keep going. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button. And if you want notifications whenever I release a video, if you hit the bell icon, then YouTube will notify you. If you've got anything you'd like to say, then please comment down below. Do love your comments. Your comments are awesome. And also, if you've liked the video, then click on the thumbs up button or the like button. That'd be great. Well, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the next video. Hopefully I'll have a bit more content for you next time. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families. See you soon. See you, bye.